The first streak appeared long before dawn, a single ember tracing silence across the upper sky. It burned green, then bled red, and fell beyond the horizon. The seismographs registered nothing, yet the earth shuddered, as if something immense had been set down, rather than struck. From the summit of the Ascension spire, Lucien Sade watched the horizon turn to glass. Not an explosion, but a slow bloom, as though the ground itself were breathing.
Contact confirmation.
None, Chancellor. No re-entry debris, no heat signature. Gravitational field shows displacement upward.
Upward. The word stayed with him. Sand lifted in concentric waves. Fissures spread outward. The air refracted, like water. A single column rose from the epicenter, darker than shadow, threaded with internal fire. It moved against the wind, climbing, until it pierced the stratosphere.
Atmospheric anomaly. It's forming a vortex.
Inside its core, something moved. Then came the sound. Not thunder, not engines. A vibration. It set the glass trembling, and the blood behind his eyes began to ache. The sky flickered. Violet, amber. The sun tried to rise, and failed. The smell of sulfur reached even the sealed heights.
Sir, something's coming out.
They would later call them locusts. The swarm covered the desert in minutes. For a heartbeat, he saw something within it. This was no accident. Something had been permitted to enter the world. The key has been given. The abyss has been opened. The words were not external. They lived inside the vibration. The swarm reached the city. The screams rose, even to the sealed heights. The sky became an ocean of wings.
Close all observation ports. Seal the capital.
Something had fallen, and the world would never see full daylight again. The emergency network came alive. 2 hours after the Eastern blackout. The feeds from New Babylon were incoherent, static, fragments of screaming.
Confirm impact vectors. If it is climatic, I want trajectory modeling.
There is no entry trail, sir. They did not come from space. They came out of the ground.
From where? What ground?
Sir, look!
The sun vanished, as though a hand had closed over it. They did not fall. They swarmed. They struck and reformed. Every system engaged and saw nothing. No wounds, no blood, only torment. They struck and withdrew.
The neural spikes are off the charts.
We can't contain the feedback loop.
The fields remained untouched. Hours passed. Then, it left. It left behind silence. Not dead, not alive as they were.
The reports are confirmed, sir.
The machines were untouched. The source remained. He remembered words from a time before they were forbidden. Men will seek death and will not find it.
No, they don't want death. They just want it to stop.
The sea around New Carthage had turned the color of brass. 2 months had passed, but the horizon still breathed. Lady Myr watched from her ocean tower. The air tasted metallic, salted with ash. The city burned in ritual, but nothing green had been touched.
My lady, attendance tonight exceeds capacity. Every house wants a place in the temple hall.
Of course they do. They need to believe this has meaning.
She carried the moment, as though it had been waiting for her. She turned the terror into spectacle. They called it the visitation.
We have seen the sky open. We have seen the old barriers broken. The architects of Ascension promised transcendence, and the heavens have answered. These were not destroyers. They were heralds.
They answered, without question, and the sound returned. She mistook it for applause, this time not to overwhelm, but to be seen.
I see, messenger.
No pain, only contact.
They are not our enemy. They are proof. Ascension has been acknowledged.
The sky began to write, and men would decide what it said.
Salvation.
By the 4th month, the sky no longer cleared. Daylight came through the haze like a weak bulb, red and metallic. The world had learned to explain it. Every broadcast carried a new theory. Out along patrol line Arden, the perimeter still held. Sergeant Halen followed behind, one of the few still assigned to the field.
Cam, this is Arden 7. Visibility 100 meters. Signal fog extreme. Nothing moving except smoke and haze. Object detected.
At first it looked like wreckage, something left behind. But the shape was wrong. The wing was too thin for metal, too symmetrical for chance. It lay half buried, like something fossilized, yet untouched by time.
Get readings.
For a moment, it seemed inert.
Halen to command! Units unresponsive!
Every circuit alive, but no longer their own.
The pit remembers.
The pit remembers.
When it ended, nothing remained. No trace, no memory. Only the echo of something that had spoken through them. "5 months after the fall of the star, the skies had not brightened. The smoke no longer rose from the rift, but it remained. A veil that turned daylight to bronze. In New Babylon, the Federation declared victory.
The alien host has been repelled. Human unity, guided by Ascension, has prevailed. We have endured the trial of the heavens and proved ourselves worthy.
The people answered, because they needed to. They needed the lie. That the horror had been foreign, external, and conquered. None noticed the rhythm in his voice, the same pulse that had haunted the world. When he stepped away, the mask slipped. He felt it beneath his skin, the second heartbeat.
The destroyer withdraws. His throne remains.
Then I will rule it.
And the world believed it was over. Far from the speeches, under the same copper sky, the hilltop city lay quiet. The swarm had vanished weeks ago, leaving only silence, and something stranger still, the absence of decay. Even the smallest things remained untouched. A child moved through the silence. Levi, though no one yet knew his name. The swarm had passed over him, again and again, and never touched him. He remembered a voice, from before the darkness.
Yeshua, keep me when the world forgets you.
The city had not died. It had been left behind, alive, but trapped somewhere else. By evening, the silence began to change.
You're alive. How long have you been out here?
Since the sky broke.
There are others like you. People who weren't affected. People who still remember.
Something still lingered, beyond the horizon.
One survivor, male, maybe 10. No sign of infection.
Will the sun come back?
Not for a while.
And somewhere beyond the silence, the world waited to remember.